Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so I am actually going to go over AEO funnels, but it's going to be a very basic um, training because I feel like this training needs a couple of videos just so you guys can understand like how it works and like just learn the system first before starting to build a funnel. So what we're going to do is just go to the marketing hub folder. We're going to open AEO funnels. Okay, so these are just a couple ones that I've done. This is going to show all of the funnels that you have created in the past. So I'm just going to show you what I've done. I'm going to open some of them. I don't think my connection is doing well. Let me see. Let me refresh. Okay. Okay, interesting. What's going on? There you go. Okay, so these are just a couple that I have done. This is just a template. I never really did anything on here, but this is how it looks like generally. I'm not going to go over it right now. First, I want to show you how to create one yourself. So you can do two things. You can import funnel share URL, or you can create funnel manually by giving it a title, and then it provides you with templates that you can use for your funnel. So, what I have done is used different URLs from websites that I like, and then I import the funnel. And what it does is that it kind of like clones it. It clones the website that you put the URL for in there, and you can just update every single detail that's in there, like all the content that's written in the funnel. That's what you can update. And then manually, obviously, this is the part that I want to do because this is probably what all of you are going to do. So let's just give it a title. I'm going to do Collective Core AI because I have not built a funnel, sorry, for Collective Core AI. So I'm going to click on next. And then these are just a couple of funnels that it provides you with that's already pre-made. So you can preview them if you want to see what it looks like. For example, okay, you can go back. There's this one. Okay, make your pet happy. So these are all nice. Okay, this one's kind of cool too. And I like this one as well because it has like the video section, which you can do a VSL for, which is a video sales letter. I'm gonna use this one just because I like the background. Um, let's see the preview of it. Okay, your logo. Okay, yeah, I like this one a lot. I like it, yeah, because it's very extensive, looks nice. Okay, so we can create. It's going to load, and then you're going to see the same page that you saw when I showed you the test project that I was working on. It's going to take a little bit because it's trying to activate the template so that you're able to make changes where necessary. Okay, so there it is. Collective Core AI. All right, so this is what it looks like. So on here, this is just like the URL that if you, for example, if you open a new tab and you click on this, which is the same URL, this is what you'll see on your end. Okay, so it's not connected to a domain. This is just like a preview. But eventually, once you have that information and everything's already done, you can add a domain right here and just connect it to the domain that you either purchased through my software or purchased through an outside party like GoDaddy, which is most common. So that's that option. And then this is where your template would be. Here's where you would edit it. This little button right here, if you click on it, it'll just open the tab so you can get a preview of it. If you click on this, it just gives you like different version history of whenever you have saved it. So I know like building a funnel is a lot of work. You can definitely build a funnel in one day using AI for sure. But other times it just takes a little bit of time. Like if you need to record a video of yourself, for example, and you don't want to use AI to do it, you're going to come back and forth and save it. And there's times that you need to like update information as your offer gets bigger or you need to make adjustments to your offer, and that's totally fine. So this will be the version history of that. And then this is just the title of the home page. Like eventually once you start building funnel steps, like if you want to have home and then you want to have a section for products, then you want to have a section for about me or about us, and then you want to have another section for contact us or FAQs, whatever it is you want to add, you'll see those steps here. So that's what this does. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. Okay. Here, create begin A/B testing. This is just to test how well your website does depending on what you want it to look like. So you can create a different template with the same kind of information, but have it look differently versus the one that you already use. That's your original. And you can publish both and just create a A/B test to see which one gives you more clicks. So which one your customers would get into or would want to click on most, and that's the one that you would use because that's the one that would probably give you more sales. So that's the purpose of that. And then on the side, like I said, this is just the next funnel step. So when you click on new funnel, you click on the title, you leave this as is, and then you go to next, and then it will build a whole new page for you on here on this side. Over here, we're just gonna go through the top tabs. So pages, obviously that's where your website will be. Stats, this is where all of your money will be whenever someone goes in and clicks on your website, clicks on your link, and makes a purchase. So it's going to show your page views. So how many people have gone into your page to see your offer or whatever it is that you're selling, right? Opt in. So these are people that want to opt into maybe if you have like a newsletter on there, if you have like a blog that's attached to your website, or if you have, have you seen those two-step there's a two-step tab or a pop-up that allows you to put in your information like your name, and it's right before you're thinking about buying something, and then the next step is actually purchasing it. So this would be the opt-in for that, which is where the first page where they provide the name and their email or phone number, whatever it is that you want them to provide for you. The sales, this will show you how much you've made. Recurring, this would show you how much how much you have made for different types of offers at the same time for the same amount of people. And then earnings, this is just like total. Okay. So, oops, what did I click on? Okay, it always takes me back. Sorry about that. So that's the stats, and you'll have all the average out here, earnings per click, gross sales, and average cart value. Okay, so that's where your money will show. Contacts, this is if you want to have, like, if you have a contact list. I have a contact list in StatStore, and I also have a contact list in Beacons. I can download those as CSV files, which they do allow you to do, and then you could download them here, so you can have their names, emails attached on here. So whenever you do send out emails, as long as you have an email account within the AI software, it has their information on there. So when you send out emails, it would pop up for them. It would be able to send. And then this is obviously another place where their information will be once they purchase from you, or here it'll show, if they purchase from you, then they're a new client. It'll show if not if they purchased, like if they like looked at the information but abandoned the cart, you still were acquired to obtain that you still obtain their name and email and when it was created. So all the information will be here, and as the list grows bigger, you have the option to search by name or email. Okay. Sales, this is more information, more detail on the product that you sold, the amount, the customer that purchased it, the status, if it's paid or payment plan, etc., transaction created, etc. So all that information will be listed in this section. It's kind of like how Beacons and StanStore is with the sales portion, like where it shows who purchased what and when and how much. So this is that section. And then settings, this is where you would add your domain once you have, once you build your once you build your website, you just attach it to a domain and then click on save. This is a little bit more advanced information, so I am not going to go through it, but I am going to show it just so you know. If you want to set your time zone, you absolutely can, and you could save it. Funnel name, this is if you want to change the name to the funnel, which is what you first see when you click on AEO funnels. I'm going to leave it as is. And then here you have an option where it says send me an email if a new contact is created. And you can definitely opt in for that and then save. Okay. So once this is built, you have the option to clone the funnel. If you have another offer, for example, that you want to create a funnel for, you can create the same type of template, the same thing that everything you worked on for this would be the same thing. You can just change the details of your offer. You can change the colors of your template and make it a completely different offer without you having to start from scratch. You can just change a couple of words, use AI for that, and then call it a day. So that's pretty much it for that section. So let's go back, and it's going to take me all the way back to the beginning, of course. Okay. Then down here, this is just general where your websites would be, where your funnel will be. Products is the amount of products that you want to add to the actual website. So first, you do have to add your Stripe account. I thought I already added my Stripe, but I guess not. I have to do that offline. Yeah, I have to do that offline, so I'm not going to do it right now. But you want to make sure, and by the way to get here in this same page is to click on integrations. Okay, so right here at the top right, and then click on your little icon and then click on integrations. This will take you to the same place. Okay, so here you can connect with Stripe. Some of you may have already done this. If you're paying a couple of apps, like paying a couple of fees inside of the software, you probably have already set this up. Email is if you want to use SendGrid, Mailgun, or SMTP. This is again a little bit more advanced. I am going to start using SendGrid, so that I can have everything in within my software. SendGrid is a subscription. You do have to go through SendGrid and sign up for it, get the API for it, and then add it on here. And once you do, it'll be easier because you'll already have like your own email that has like at, so and so at whatever it is you want it to say .com. It's not going to say at sendgrid.com. It's going to say your business name as the domain. So I think that's a benefit. And then what it's also going to do is you can send emails from the software itself. So you don't have to go back and forth with like beacons or Sandstorm. And honestly, I don't need beacons and Sandstorm. The reason why I have it is because I haven't like done it myself where I can just use the software for every single thing that I have. But it's honestly it's a lifesaver because especially if you want everything in one place, you want to make sure that all your funnels are in one place, and you want to add automations too, which you can absolutely do. So if, for example, you have someone that abandoned the cart, it can automatically send an email from that email address to the customer. And this will be like an automation, right? So it'll send them an email saying, hey, we saw that you looked at the product. Did you forget something? And, send them the product link, have the product link on there and say, here's a whatever percent discount for that part. So I think it's very handy. Again, especially if you can automate it. So this is where that information would go. And then for messaging, you would download Twilio. Twilio, it's kind of the same thing, but this would allow you to send messages to your customers. So if you have their phone numbers, you can send them messages about, like, for example, if you have a live class, if you have a new offer, if you have a new offer that's coming up, if you want to keep them up to date with stuff because you have a huge masterclass that you're hosting soon, or people that recently bought your offer and you want to remind them like 15 minutes before the masterclass, etc., or launching, whatever it is, you can send them an email. So I don't have that set up either, but it's definitely a good thing to have for sure because a lot of people are doing it. I mean, who doesn't receive text messages from all these different places that we subscribe to, like Target and Walmart and what's that? Fashion Nova. I received from Fashion Nova so many times, sometimes twice a day. So I canceled it because it was too much and I don't really use Fashion Nova like that. But there's a lot of places that use the messaging system and it is very effective. So, and then you have Google. Google is if you want to add your Google account, your email, and this will be beneficial for the super agent. And I already showed you why. There's another training for that. So that's just an FYI. But yeah, those are the integrations that you can do to help automate certain parts of your business. So we're gonna go back because it always takes me out. Okay, here it is. Okay, so that was the product section. So add Stripe first, and then here you can list your products. So we do use Stripe. We don't have option for PayPal. So I would suggest you have a Stripe account first. And once you have that Stripe account, then, whatever payment links or products that you have inside of Stripe, you can just add them on here and it'll automatically put them in there. And then when you create your website, you have the option to add buttons and link it to that Stripe product. And that's how you would get paid. Okay. Automate, this is kind of like what I was speaking before. If you wanted to automate emails being sent out or messages being sent out, or if someone abandoned their cart, for example, and you want an email to be sent an hour after they abandoned cart, You can do that all through here. So add new automation. This is kind of a little bit more advanced, but I'm just going to test it. Like for example, abandoned cart. This could be a new automation. Condition is incomplete purchase. Okay. So if the purchase is complete, you can add a trigger where after they complete the purchase, you get a personalized email. Okay, but first we're going to do the incomplete purchase. An action to do is email user. Okay. And then here you just write whatever you want to tell them. Here, this would attach to the email that I showed you in the integration section. So if you have like a mailgun email, which I'm going to do very soon, and then I'll show you later on in a different video how to do this complete step in its entirety so you can see how it looks like. But here's where you would put that information. And then the email can just be like, hey, I noticed you abandoned your cart. You have an incomplete purchase. Here is the link. And then you can delay it like an hour after. Okay. Or maybe like a day, and that's it. You create that, and then you can add a new one and call it complete purchase. After complete purchase, you want to email them. There's different options. So add to list, remove from list, send text, notify owner, or email. I rather email. And it's just welcoming them. So if you, for example, if you want to do like a white label for my software and do your own software as a rebrand, this is where you can do, aside from the emails that you guys get already, which is the here is your login information. I can also send them a different email because this is going to trigger this. So I can send a different email that has more of a personalized information. So I can just be like, hey, my name is Nala Snow, and thank you so much for trusting me and buying my product. This is what we're going to learn through. This is what your next steps would be. I could even send them like a video and attach it right here. Just so, and I can delay it. I wouldn't delay it. I would just send it right after they purchase, so that they get like a nice friendly welcome. So that would be like an automation that I would do on my end, which is what I'm definitely going to do because I'm definitely going to build this whole thing out. Okay. So that is just another section where you can just automate. So if you did want to, again, integrate your email with Mailgun and your messages, then definitely use the software to do that. For Google accounts, it's not going to, because as you saw in this option right here, I'm just going to put tab, whatever, and everyone emails. So right here, it's not showing my Google account. That means it's only going to integrate with SendGrid or Mailgun. Those are the only two. So you can choose between the two. They both do the same thing. But yeah, that's that. And then configuration, we already went over this, which was in another section as well. You could just update the title of your funnel. Okay, so that's it. And then you can save it, and then you'll see old versions. And then if you wanted to add a new step, so about me or about AICA, for example, leave that there. Then you can use another template, or you can use another template for after they purchase. Maybe I could do that. Let me do that. Purchase complete. Okay. Next, and we'll do this one. Just wait a little bit more. Okay, so you see it built me an entire new step, new funnel step, and it's the same thing. Looks like the same thing. And then You go here just to see what it looks like, and it's just basically telling them, hey, thank you. You're now a member. Congratulations. Check your email for next steps. May take up to 24 hours. Check your spam. If you have any questions, email us at blah, blah, blah. And you can absolutely change every single thing about this page. You can even add a video. I think that's even more personable. So add a video saying, hey, thank you for your purchase. You are now a member of Collective Core AI, and I'm excited to have you here. And you're going to love it. You're going to learn everything about streamlining your business with AI, to image generation with AI, to branding with AI, and it's going to be very, very effective for you. And you can even upsell in this section and be like, before you go, I am offering a one-on-one with me for onboarding, but more so for training and consultation. And that'll be, for this step only, it's only going to be $47. For example, right? Instead of $100, usually my consultations are $100 an hour. This is going to be $47 for 1 hour. If you want to join, or if you want to take advantage of this one-time or limited time offer, please click the link below. You can add a button, and that could be like an upsell, right? So not a lot of people are doing it that way, but that is a very effective way of doing it for the reason that we said, right? Because we want to make sure we upsell, but not sell and be like, hey, you're in Collective Core AI. Congratulations. And now this is another offer I have for you. Here it is. And this is, $47 to talk to me about, how you want to utilize AI in your business. You know what I mean? Like, it's just selling versus speaking of the transformation, or speaking of the opportunity, right? So that's what that page looks like. And you can continue adding, of course. So let's go to home. I hope I covered everything in this section. If you do have any questions, we are going to have another live. So today is June 8th. We're going to have another live next Sunday. So it's going to be June 15th. Okay, and we're gonna go over AEO funnels and Q&A, because today was supposed to be a live, but not a lot of people showed up, which is totally fine. So I'm doing this recording so you guys can go back and check and take in the information. And if you have any questions, of course, come back to me, and then we go from there. Okay. So now we're going to edit page. Okay. So this is what the website would look like. All right. And it's very, very long, so it's still loading. It's still loading. Okay. That's what it would look like. So this is to exit the page. If you want to add a segment, adding a segment means these things highlighted in red. This is a segment. So if I wanted to add a segment right here, I click on add segment. It's asking me, do you want a full width segment, section? Do you want wide, medium, small, or saved? I don't have anything saved. So if I want full width, I just drag it to where I want it to be. Okay. And that could be like my header at the top. Okay. And then I have an option. As you can see, this is the new highlighted stuff. You have settings. You have add new row. You can add down here. You can move it up or down. And then you have option to clone it, to clone the section, save it, or delete it. Okay, so when you click here, it'll show you how many columns you want for this particular section. I'm just going to leave it at 1 column for now. But you can just go through this entire thing and honestly just adjust it and have AI help you with the copywriting. Okay, so here you can add your logo. You click on it, and then you click this little icon. These are stuff that I've used before, but you can upload an image. we can upload my new image. It's obviously not my logo, but I'm just showing you what it does. Add image, and that's a picture of me. So normally that would say, AI Collective Academy, or it would say Collective Core AI, the actual logo that I use for that. So that's where that section would be. So I'm not going to go through every single section right now because one, this is a video, a training video, not so much a live recording. I'd rather do this in a live where if you guys have any questions, I could just go through that. I'm just showing you what every step does, what every button is for, because the next meeting would be for advanced techniques. Okay. So let me just delete this, keep that as is. So yeah, that's segment. And then manage is if you want to manage, for example, the first segment, if you want to edit it, view it, clone it, or delete it, or put it up or down. That's up to you. Okay. This section rows is how many rows you want. So it's just kind of the same way as kind of the same thing as a section, as a segment. You click on it and you drag it. Okay. But I'm gonna delete it. Okay, and then this is how many columns you want to add within a specific segment, inside of a specific segment. So for example, this one has two. Excuse me, this one has two columns. Okay, this one has four columns, you see? So that's this section. Okay, and then components. When you add a component, I'll show you what it does. Add, I'm just putting something new here, okay? So component means all of this. So it means, do you want to add a header? Do you want to add a subheader? Do you want to add text in this section? Do you want to add an image? Do you want to add a video? Or do you want to add a button? I would have normally done a button, but it's already there for me. That's why I like this template, because it's like where I would want everything to be. So yeah, this is just the most used stuff. But here, if you continue going down, you'll see that this is solely for text. This is solely for media. So if you want to add an image, a video, a sound player, image zoom, video zoom, whatever it is you want to add. This is for a form. So if you want it to be like interactive, where you have checkbox or email opt-in, for example, a button, a shipping info, billing info, whatever information you want to add on there for whatever offer you have, that's where you'll put it. You have a checkout section, two-step order, credit card. It doesn't have to be on the first page, obviously. This will probably be on like the third step funnel. The third funnel step, sorry. You have a countdown. So if I wanted to add a countdown, I could put a launch date, for example, for October 6th, my birthday. And then I could just be like, this is for an offer that's going to launch on my birthday. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a masterclass, blah, blah, blah. You can change how you want it to look. Let's see. Red. Yeah, something like that. Something that would just pop out. I'll do like a yellow. For example, right? So, and then miscellaneous, whatever it is you want to add, right? So let's go back. Let's go back. But just to show you the components, they have a lot of other stuff you can add. FAQs, icons, benefit stacks, AEO FAQs, which this one is huge, by the way, because it generates it for you. So the software generates this for you, the FAQs, and they tailor it to be AI optimized. So that you don't have to do it yourself. And this is based off of all the information you add to your website. So first, of course, you want to do that. But when you click on it, for example, oops, what did I do? Oh my gosh, I made a mess here. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry about that. Let's add a new component and AEO funnels. Yeah, it's not going to do it until I actually write down all this information. And then obviously once your information's already done. So once your website's already done, you can either add the description or the website URL, what niche, target audience, keywords, geographic focus, and output language that you want it to be. And then it'll generate it for you. And then it'll add it to the very bottom or wherever you want to add it. It'll be down here. Okay. So that's that section right here. That's what all of them cover. This little one right here. So I recommend this 100%. Every single time you are completely finished and you optimized you input all the information in the template for your specific offer or website or whatever it is that you're building, you want to click on this. The reason you want to click on this is because, well, obviously, yeah, we know that. But the reason you want to click on this is because this will optimize all your content to be AI optimized. So what does that mean? AI Engine Optimization, AEO. So when you say AI optimized, that means that the content that is being written would be recommended by AI, right? Because for Google, for example, you want to do SEO. And the reason you want to do SEO, especially SEO keywords, is so Google can recommend your business more and you'll be shown to the customers more based on their questions, which is in line with what you show, what you offer, right, for your business. So it's the same thing with AI optimization, where a lot of people now are using AI to to Google stuff. You know what I mean? And I use Google in quotation marks with what I'm saying right now. So a lot of people are using AI to ask questions like, where can I learn AI? What platforms can I use to learn AI? Or what are the best mental health, whatever, for example, mental health services that I can use that I would like to have for myself. So what it does is it searches the web and it gives you the most recommended based off AI optimization. So if you offer something that a customer needs, right, and that customer is in ChatGPT, and that customer is asking ChatGPT, hey, how can I learn AI? I am over 65 years old and I would love to learn AI. It's a new thing, but who do I go to or where can I go to learn it? And if your business is about teaching AI to 65-year-olds and over, which I've seen people do, you would most likely come up as a recommended service for that customer because you tailored to their niche. And not only that, your website, which is why it's very important to have one, especially now, because your website is AI optimized. So that is the purpose. And the goal, or, I feel like the best part about this software is this app. And a lot of people are using this app for using this software for different reasons. This is the moneymaker because not a lot of people know about AEO. Not a lot of people know about needing to alter the way that they do their websites, the way that they generate the information, the way that they obtain keywords. Not a lot of them know that they need to optimize for AI because that's where the future is going. Okay, so that information alone is very important. So this button right here, as soon as you finish inputting all the information, even if it's already given to you by AI, you always want to click on this information, click on continue. Would you like to change all images? Yes. And let's see what it does. Updated successfully. All of your images were converted to WebP format successfully, and it also optimized my software. Okay, I mean my not my software, my website. Okay, so that just means that it like writes it on the back end. So AI works on it on the back end. Okay. This is to show you what it looks like on a tablet in case you want to make any changes, and on a phone. Okay, that's how it looks like on a phone. If it looks too big, you can make it smaller, all up to you. Okay, but it's just like the view part of it. Pop out just means if you wanted to pop out from this actual tab. Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought it said pop out. Pop up. Sorry about that. So let's go back to desktop. Pop up. This is the form that I was talking about earlier where it grabs your information and then you pay. So this is definitely something you want to incorporate in your website as a pop-up. So it's easier for them to just like put their name and email address. You can add what other fields you want to add on there. You can put the you can change the background colors. You can change the fonts. There's so many things you can do with this. You can change the button background color, what you want the text to say. Let me see. It's not letting me type because I have to go through the entire thing. And then step two, putting in the card information. The products will be added automatically depending on what information you put after you import your Stripe. The item, all of that would be added. Okay, so that's that portion, and that portion is the biggest portion because that's how you're gonna get paid. So definitely important. Okay, here obviously it's a video placement. You do that with the segments. You add a segment and you add a video, and you can make it a YouTube video or a Vimeo or a Wistia. Those are the three most common. I always do YouTube because I do have YouTube videos. I just add the link and it pops up right here and it shows. Okay. Settings. This is just more advanced stuff. So I'm not going to go through this. You can go through the general settings. So it'll show the website and it'll show the search engine if you want to hide it or not. But that's pretty much it. Back, if you want to undo what you did that you didn't like, you could just go back or go forward. This is to preview and then obviously save. Okay, so you always want to make sure you save before you get it out, before you are done with it. So if I want to change anything here, for example, I want to do like middle, or I want to make it look like this, I could like change all this stuff. It's very, very simple to do, but I know that it can look very, what's the word? It can look very complex, especially for new beginners, right? But that's the reason why I'm only going through basics today. Okay. You can rearrange this entire thing. You can change all this up. To FAQ questions, what our clients say here. You can put information about like any testimonials you've had. This already has a timer. I didn't even know, so I could delete my old timer. And it's the same color too. Great minds think alike. Okay, whoever built this template, great minds think alike. Okay, I'm gonna just delete the whole thing. Okay, perfect. So that's how it was before. I feel like in the middle somewhere here, I could like add a button. Like after here, probably right here, add another button and then go through the next steps. So yeah, this is just the most basic thing there is. So again, segments, add a segment, or you can manage them to rearrange them. You always want to make sure your FAQs are at the bottom. If you want to rearrange your columns inside the segments, if you want to add more components, this is like the most important part. Let me see if I can just add some. Let's do full width. Let's do one column. And now let's do, should I do a button? No, that already has a button. I can add another video. And then the video, you can have it auto play as soon as someone clicks on your link. You can add a checkbox, billing information, shipping information. What do I put in here? Let's do this two-step order in here. So you can also add it onto the website itself, even though it has it down here. It has a special offer That should actually have a thing on the bottom, a button. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you can change everything here. Let's just delete this. I want to leave it how it is because I like this template so much. I'm just going to use it as is. Obviously, I'm going to change the colors and all of that. So that's something you can also do. Is change the colors. Like if you click on this, this is the image of the background. You can make it a different color. Like let's see, this purple's nice. Add, and now it's purple. See? Or if you want to do like you don't want to do an image. No, let's not do an image. And there is the color. See, background color, we could do black. Oh, that's not black, that's like a gray. Oops. Yeah, you could do all these colors. I like it. So let's see if I could do like a purple. Okay, see. So you can do all of that. I do like the image I had before, so I'm just gonna go back and add image. Okay, so let's say you do that. You can go in here. This is already done, but you can make changes. So select a different font if you want it to be nicer, whatever it is, you can change it. Make it bold, how opaque you want it. Okay, headline. Okay, themes, miscellaneous. It's just a lot of things that you can do. And then one more thing I want to cover. So over here on this end, you can also view by phone, laptop, if you want to view the entire thing. Like this entire thing, you can take it off or on. See? So you click on it and then you click on this and it'll take it off. And then this is something else that is also advanced. So those are the only things that I'm going to cover. But what I would just say is just go through it. Let me save. Okay, save, and now I'm going to exit. Okay, so that's the only thing I would go through. And then, this page, when I click on edit, I can just like put a collective for AI. Congrats, you're now a member. You are now a member. Thank you. Blah, blah. Put my email here. Maybe change the background. Put the background as an image. Let me see if I can put a background of. Let me see. My daughter's crying. Sorry, upload. I kept pressing the wrong one. For example, let's do Sarai running. Let's do Sarai running. Yeah. It's not gonna look good because it's not a web um WebP image. But if you kind of take this out, oops. Let's see, you want to delete this. Oh God, this is so annoying because it always goes like this. I'm trying to like select and delete, but it's not letting me. Well, you get the point. Sarai's in the background. She's in the background. So you can do it however you want. Make it as nice as you want. You can tailor it. See? And that's why you want to make the image in the back a WebP image. The reason for that is because you see how on a phone it cuts her out. So let me show you. I'm going to show you. This is the last thing I'm going to show you. So when you go to either hyperrealistic AI images or image hero, whichever you want to do, or you can even do it in the clone one. Let's use this one because she's pretty. Okay, we could do download and then WebP. So this is how you'll do it. You'll have to download it as a WebP so you can use it in your website. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So make sure you download as a WebP and add it to the funnel. And that's it. But I hope that was more than enough information for basic information. Let's go back. This part over here, these three dots, you can pin it to the white label so it's easier to access instead of, having to go back and forth. Instead of having to go back and forth to AEO funnels and then click on the funnel, especially when this starts getting like super hectic. When you start building a lot of offers, you can just pin to the white label. You can share the URL, you can clone it, or you can archive it. Like, for example, the test one I never use. So I'm just going to archive it because I don't need it. There's nothing attached to it. And that's it. So, one more thing I am going to show as well. I'm sorry. Home Hero. This is just a project I was working on with someone that paid me to help them with their business. So this is what it looks like after we went through it a couple times. This tool works harder than 3 employees. So it has this little image. Okay. Button. Okay, it has another button. All of this. And it has this free bonus, onboarding call, revolutionize your business. And it has the FAQs and all of that. Okay. Then you see how when you get to the bottom, this pops up. So you can absolutely trigger that. Put full name, email address, phone number, and then it goes to step 2, which is the payment. And here it tells you, hey, you can get our platform for $47 a month instead of $97. And that's a huge deal, especially when you have it like this here. And people are going to want to do that. So that's how that came out. Then I'm going to show you the subscription page. This is just something else. So this is the second part of it. Congratulations, you've taken the first step. Now get a platform to write the book. Write spirit-led books with AI. So this is just like an upsell that a person wanted. Just $19 per month after your free trial. So it's just something else that was added. And then the third page is the thank you page. So we're back here. You're locked in. Keep an eye out for an email with the webinar information. Click here to add this event to your calendar. And it has a hyperlink. When you click on the hyperlink, it should take you to a calendar. So you can book a call. So you can add the calendar to your event. So you can add the event to your calendar. It has the countdown until the webinar, and then it has the information below. Okay. So that's after. So that's the 3-step funnel. And that's it. So that's what I've been building with someone else, with a customer of mine. And all of this in the back end I have to figure out. This one is already inputted into the system. There's a couple of things that I have to fix for this person. There's a couple of people that already saw the page. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And obviously it just has a regular URL. But yeah, that's kind of what you can do. Obviously you can make it more appealing. You can change the colors, add videos, do all of that. So it's honestly, I have a feeling that it's just a lot better than ClickFunnels. I don't know who here uses ClickFunnels, but this is definitely like a great alternative if you are thinking about deleting some of the subscriptions that you already have, because you can do it here. So that is a little bit of everything. If I missed anything, please just send me your questions so that in our next call for next Sunday, sorry. So next Sunday we can go through it and I can answer all your questions and we can go through building the actual funnel. So yeah, that is all I'm going to cover today. Thank you so much for your patience, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.